Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Second Take podcast. I'm Alex.
I'm out.
And I'm Jack.
So, this podcast is basically us three talking about NFL and everything about it, from whether it's marketing to players to injuries. So, in today's
Yes.
episode, we're going to be talking about the coaching hires and the upcoming championship games and what we think about it and how it could affect the league in the coming days or weeks.
To start it off, we got John Harbaugh. Now, he has signed with the Giants, and that's a big culture shift for especially the Giants, since before they had Dayball, and now with Harbaugh, they're able to just entirely change the way they want to build. And it's interesting that Harbaugh decided to sign with the Giants, because as a Dolphins fan myself, I was hoping that they would be able to get him. But, you know, he he's a Super Bowl winning coach, and his 18 seasons with the Baltimore Ravens shows he has success. With the Giants coming in with Jackson Dart and Scadaboo and a pretty good defense, I feel like they have a chance next year at a pretty solid playoff run.
I agree with Jack. I think this really helps the Giants out. I think this makes them push from the fringes, just making it to 500, yeah, and to actually a winning season and possibly making the playoffs. And I don't think they have the talent to compete for the Super Bowl yet. But with Dart, with Cam Scottaboo, and Malik Neighbors, all of these talents, and with John Harbaugh, who's obviously that talented of a coach as well, I think it's gonna be a very great combo for them. But it's
Mhm.
also high risk; it could fail. So we'll see.
Yeah, honestly, I would agree. And if I say anything else, I would probably just mirroring what you had said. So I want to move on to next book hire, was Kevin Stefanski, which I think was even more impactful because Atlanta this past season, they had definitely a unit of a roster, but the coaching just wasn't there, right?
Mhm.
Um, so I think with Stefanski, one, he will definitely help the defense. The defense was iffy for the Falcons last season, and while the offense was there, I just don't think either side was making much of a boom to get to the playoffs where they should have been instead of finishing 8 and 9.
Um, to build off of that, I mean, Stefanski is more of an offensive minded coach here, and you're talking about the defense. They're going to have to find a good defensive coordinator. Um, I think I saw that they decided to hire their old OC from the Browns, or just someone
They did.
from
They
that
fit, they hired
personnel.
OC as a new OC. I
Yeah,
forgot what his name was, but yeah, Brown. I think Stefanski's just bringing a lot of his old staff over. So,
especially with
which
the
is common. It's a common
stars.
theme. It's a common theme with coaches.
I mean, they got Bijan, they got Drake London. I mean, I think their offense is fine. I feel like they just have to have a more consistent defense.
Yeah,
I agree.
it's definitely a growing team.
Like, I mean, I don't. This doesn't move the Falcons to me, to be honest.
Doesn't?
This
All right.
doesn't. I don't think this makes them go from to contenders at all. I think this is kind of sideways, to be honest. 'Cause,
I don't know. I
I mean,
disagree.
I don't know.
Two-time Coach of the Year, and the Browns have been statistically just bad historically. I mean, he did his best. He won a playoff game with the Browns. I feel like he can take
Mhm.
take the Falcons somewhere.
He
Mhm.
can maybe get them to the playoffs, but I do not think this is going to win them a championship at all, to be honest. Maybe hot take, but
Yeah.
A move I do think Coach maybe I do think will be impactful. Is Saleh to the Titans. I think that move will really start building off, really help take off. Because Titans have something building there. Like Cam Ward has a lot of potential. While this last season wasn't it for him, I do think in future seasons he'll be great. And Titans also have a top pick this year, so bringing in a I don't know Ruben Jr. or something like that from Miami, well, I think will be great for them for defense, and maybe a free agency signing too will really help the offense.
Well, if you're talking about Sala, I mean, you saw what he did as the head coach of the Jets. I feel like the Titans are kind of in
I
that
hear
same
that, but
bubble there.
I hear that, but with the Niners in his career, he's been amazing, and also that was Jets. So like, I mean, like really, I know you both know about that. You guys both
They
face them twice a year.
Yeah.
with Cam
But
Ward, I feel like they should have went with a more offensive-minded
I
head coaching
fully agree.
approach. Yeah,
Like it just does it's like it does not help Cam Ward's development at all to hire like a coach that's like strictly defense and like we saw like Zach Wilson too like not be able to develop under Sailor too much and even um yeah like it's not the best I think.
yeah. I feel like if they get an OC that can help develop him, then maybe. But you saw how it turned out with the Jets, so I don't have much high hopes for them there.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
with the
same.
Jets, like with the Jets, it wasn't much there. It was Aaron Rodgers and then Garrett Wilson and what else really, right? But with like the Titans, they actually have potential. Like Titans, the roster's young. Like on offense, you got once again Cam Ward. On defense, you have like younger guys like Oladipo from UCLA, who the drafted was solid this season. Nothing crazy, but solid. And
First
I
season
think
so
just like
so
with a few more draft picks or solid, like a few more youth players, I think that team could take off and easily be like 9-8 or higher
Well,
within the next 2 seasons.
what what Alp was saying, it's they had Zach Wilson, first overall pick there. They weren't able to develop him, and you're just saying, that it's going to be different. So
yeah
Um,
like
I don't.
I don't think Salem moves anything. They'll maybe make the playoffs with them. I don't think they'll win a playoff game with Salem.
well, we'll see what that like. They definitely probably have a reason behind that
Could be
hiring.
wrong, but
So,
I
but
mean
like,
yeah, for
would you
sure.
just for like a Mike McDaniel's to Tennessee move for in that case? If you want offensive coaches, like
He already signed
Yeah, that
with the
McDaniel's.
was
Chargers, but
he would have been better, I feel like, as a head coach.
I mean, they should have pushed more to get him. But
Yeah,
All right.
I agree.
all right. So I'll talk about Halfley being a Dolphins
Oh yeah,
fan.
you're the Dolphins fan. You go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, just to begin, I didn't think I would like him just going into it, and then I saw some things where he's like talking about football, and him as a defensive-minded coach, I thought the Dolphins would have went the complete other direction and tried to hire someone like Mike McDaniel. I feel like they overcorrected that they decided to go with someone strong and someone who they feel is like a leader, and I like that they went that direction because he really helped the Packers. Their defense was good. I mean, I know that they didn't end the year strong with their game against the Bears and how the defense wasn't that great, but I feel like they had a lot of injuries there. And
Okay.
I mean, the GM has some connections with him, so I feel like if I mean that's his first move. I'm not sure how it's all going to go there, but if he can rally the locker room, can find an offensive coordinator that can complement with his defense, I feel like the Dolphins could be doing pretty well, and especially if they're going to bring in Malik Willis to compete just in that locker room with Tua and uh, what are the other quarterbacks there. Feel like it's a decent signing.
Yeah, I mean, you know more than I do, but I don't think it'll be bad. Like, to be honest, I don't obviously want the Dolphins to do well, but like I think it'll work out pretty well, like for them. Like, sadly.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to coaching my team, I just want Shula to stay. I
I
just need
was
him
thinking
staying,
about
bro.
Shula.
Yeah. Speaking of our own teams, Sean McDermott getting
Sean
fired.
McDermott fired. That will I think will bring ripples to the coaching carousel. Like
I
Brian
I've
Daboll's been being tossed around a lot with the Bills.
yeah,
So
I don't think we should hire Dayball. Like if we do, I hire him as an OC because like Joe Brady, even though like a lot of teams want him as a head coach, he's not that good. And like Sean McDermott, like he only was good in like the second halves of games, and he really did not help us like go over the edge of like and win the Super Bowl at all, like obviously. And
mhm.
I think he was a big reason of it. Like the coaching was clearly not like good, especially this season. And all season I've been wanting like Joe Brady or like just Sean McDermott out. But you could also argue that Brandon Beanie, our GM, should have been fired instead.
I
But
think it should have been Bean instead of McDermott. I think McDermott should have stayed and Bean out.
I
Like
think they both should have been
obviously,
fired.
obviously, like what the big thing was, especially with the recently times, like Keon Coleman's, all the talk about him.
Yeah.
They like
Did you?
the if the front office and the coaching just can't get along, like they can't communicate about draft picks, then what are you supposed to do? Like,
Yeah.
Well, I feel
Yeah.
like they never
Like
really built that wide receiver room. They went with Diggs as their one big wide receiver, and after he was gone, they never really decided to build it. They just
yeah,
stuck with what
like
they had.
yeah, and that was mostly Beanie's fault because he signed a Josh Palmer and like a lot of these average,
it's a
like
yeah,
below
like
average
C
wide
tier
receivers,
receivers. Yeah, like
like a
it's
Curtis Samuel. Like none of these guys are like moving the needle, and like we need to do better. And like his best like trade for a wide receiver in like the last 2 years was Amari Cooper, who didn't really do much.
Amari Cooper. Yeah, he
So
went back to the Raiders and retired. So,
yeah, like
uh,
he helped the
yeah.
team, but like individually, not really.
The last coaching thing I want to talk about for now is Flores. And if you, I don't know if you guys saw this, but he's agreed to extension with the Vikings unless he signed another team, unless another team gets him as a coach. So, which means like if nobody hires him this cycle, he could go back to the Vikings as defensive coordinator. So, I wonder what you guys think about that.
Well, I mean, former Dolphin head coach there. I
You don't
mean,
like him, I know. You do not
uh,
like him.
isn't he? I thought he was suing the league. I didn't think any team would want him as head coach.
No, I hear the Ravens are on him right now.
The Ravens? I thought
Ravens?
the Ravens were gonna get the Dolphins defensive coordinator.
I thought they were gonna get Joe Brady.
The Ravens are all over the place with coaching. They're all over the place right now. I have no
Just they're
idea.
they're not gonna hire anyone.
They're,
Like,
they're just here to be here, bro.
yeah, they're cooked.
Yeah. Baltimore, like I honestly think if they don't get their stuff together, then it's gonna be Lamar's probably gonna end up leaving, and that's when stuff starts to collapse, obviously. So
Yeah, I think Derrick Henry's like eventually just gone, obviously, and like they're gonna struggle with Mark Andrews also getting old. Like that whole team is getting old, and Lamar Jackson's slowly and slowly losing his legs. They're like the next 2 seasons are like their last like chances of winning a Super Bowl, and I do not think they will.
Fair.
well, yeah. Um, and then one more thing, Mike Tomlin leaving for now. Like from what I hear, he's taking like a TV job or something like that for like next year or two, and then come back to coaching is a plan at least for him.
Mhm.
But until then, the Steelers coaching is also uncertain right now. And I know Tomlin, infamous for going 9-8 every season, infamous for that. And now I wonder, like, whoever they hire is that going to change? Like,
I I don't even know what they do. Like, do you go offensive? Now Aaron Rodgers is gone. Like,
Rodgers is
they're
gone and they have no QB, so
yeah, and they still have like the talent to compete, but like they don't have the quarterback talent.
I
So
feel
it's
like
like,
they're also a team that's gonna go after Malik Willis. I feel like that's who they
Malik,
probably
yeah,
lean towards.
I could see
yeah.
that. I could definitely see that. All right, moving on to the championship games
Mm.
Sunday. Two big ones. The Patriots versus the Broncos, who are now missing Bo Nix, which is tragic for them. And then my Rams versus the Seahawks, who are going to lose on Sunday, obviously. So the AFC one I think has like because with the Patriots and the Broncos, I think they're both like with the strength schedule they had this season, I think they're both kind of overrated. Which is why like if either LA or Seattle makes it to the Super Bowl, I think they're going to whoop whoever is the AFC champion.
I agree. Fully.
Well,
I
I feel like the Broncos are still a solid team. That I
yeah.
feel like Bo Nix was more of a game manager quarterback than more of
I agree. I think Bo Nix is overrated.
yeah. He's not like a game changer. He's no like Mahomes or Josh Allen, but I mean you have that defense led by Surtain. They have good corners. They have a solid D line with Nick Bonito. I feel like you know that defense can help their offense. I mean, they forced a lot of turnovers against the Bills. They could do that again against the Patriots. I mean, it's going to be a good game. I think closer than a lot of people would, and especially, I mean, Nick Foles. when he led the Eagles to a Super Bowl win.
Yeah, I guess against
Yeah,
the Tom Brady Patriots.
Yeah,
Like,
anything can happen. So
all
yeah.
right, well,
I
with anything can happen, claim, I want to use that to move on to Seattle, LA, which literally anything can happen there. All I know is
I
that that's gonna be a bloodbath. It's gonna be crazy.
I don't even know what to expect for that one. Like even though we've seen the game twice the whole season, like that's
And both
still
both ended under 3 points differential. Like, as you remember,
yeah.
first
It's
time around in
mhm.
LA, the Rams won by 2 points.
I
Thanks
think
to Ethan
it's
Evans.
I think it's gonna be low scoring though, which is kind of surprising. But
Really, really, I don't think
yeah, I
so.
think I think it's like everybody's gonna think it's high scoring and it's gonna like surprise everyone. But maybe I'm hopefully wrong. But
I agree. I mean,
Well,
two great defenses.
well,
yeah,
in my opinion, as a Rams fan, like Seattle, they scare me, honestly, obviously, like, but this year time around, I think either Sam Darnold's gonna end up performing poorly or the Rams defense end up performing poorly. One or the other. It's gonna be one or the
I
other.
mean
So,
yeah, and I'm remembering the Sam Darnold game last season when he was on the Vikings, where
and
in the
that was
playoffs,
messy. That was
yeah,
messy.
that was so messy and like
The Rams had, I think,
he could
seven
end up the
sacks
same.
on him.
Yeah, like I it could be bad for him, but I think the Rams edge it out to be honest. But we'll see.
You guys want to do playoff predictions or the like scores?
Yes,
Well, yeah, honestly, okay, I'm gonna start off Broncos Patriots. I think Patriots will take it 27-21. And then when it goes to LA Seattle, I'm gonna pick the Rams with a 31-28 victory.
okay. I think the Bronco. I mean, I think the Patriots will beat the Broncos 21-10, and I think the Rams beat the Seahawks 21-17.
All right.
Those one.
I think the Broncos will beat the Patriots 20-17, and then I think Seahawks win in a blowout, not in a blowout, in a close game, 33-30. Close. That's fine.
Damn, that'd be a great game.
But yeah, overall, I think both those games will be action-packed, to say the least. With the Broncos, my biggest concern is Jarrett Stidham will he perform, and on the LA Seattle game, I have no idea what to think, honestly.
I mean, the Broncos have the advantage of like the Patriots don't really know what's gonna happen with Stidham. Like maybe he just randomly ball out. Like
We've seen it in the past. Like I think Stidham, I think when he was
yeah,
on Raiders, he had a good game
yeah.
once,
Like
twice.
they have no statistical like thing to go off of for like
No film on
him in
it, not
playoffs. Like
much film on him. Yeah, there's
yeah,
nothing much on
like
him.
they're like Bo Nix has like weaknesses of like he will like always go for the check down, and that's why he works with Sean Payton. But like um,
Yeah.
with Stidham, it could be like different, and we'll see.
Also about that with the coaching stuff, like Rabel versus Payne, who's gonna be better, who's gonna like, outsmart the other there. And then on
Mhm.
the other side, it's gonna be McDonald versus McVay. So
Well, for bringing it back to Vrabel, okay with the Titans. I mean, the Titans
not
weren't good
terrible.
with him,
For Titans wasn't terrible.
and then he goes to the Patriots, and now they're potential Super Bowl winners. I feel like
Mhm.
that shows what
He could
like
do,
head
yeah.
coaches can do
Yeah.
with teams.
Like coaches are the like I feel coaches are more important than like having a good quarterback because if you have a bad quarterback but have a good coach, you can still compete because the coach will adapt for the quarterback, but the quarterback they have a limited amount of time, and if they are paired with a bad coach, then they cannot capitalize on their abilities. So
I agree.
that's my take.
Yeah. And on our side of NFC coaching, McVay, we've seen what McVay can do in the past. He won a Super Bowl, made another one. Um, and other than that, he's been one of the most consistent coaches in the league with his playoff appearances and records. And then McDonald, who is newer, second year coach. Haven't seen much from him, but we know we could do when like we've seen him this season. He's been great. So,
And
but
he's definitely I don't even know. It's hard coaching matchups for both. I mean,
yeah,
all four of the coaches on like the championship games are like world class. I'd say.
yeah, all of them. I'll say so too.
Yeah, literally, like all of them I'd like take over any of the fired coaches right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but It'll be a fun weekend to watch.
Definitely.
And
Definitely.
I believe that is it. Thank you for watching episode one of the podcast. Tune in next week
Hmm.
for episode two, where we'll be talking about Super Bowl matchups and what will be happening there,
Hmm.
and more, of course, more.
Go Bills.